As I was looking around YouTube, a little bit of Google searching this and that, came across some YouTube channels showing this right here, 1/12 Kubelwagen. Now, turns out it's like a 1/12 scale by RocHobby, and it's got like a portal rear axle, independent front, 2-speed transmission. It can go 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. It's got lights on it and all kinds of stuff, but the doors open, the steering wheel moves, the hood opens, you got storage space, you got all kinds. There's a lot of neat features on this thing. Now, 1942 was when I believe it was released, at least according to Google. And Kubelwagen, or Kubelwagen, is German, so it's kind of meant for the Luftwaffe, from what I saw. Loosely based off of the Volkswagen. Now, the name is actually like a bucket seat car. So it appears like it's a translation of bucket seat car, which I guess it kind of is, right? But anyway, this thing is packed with features on it. Nice movable stuff. The doors actually have working locks and handles. So I'm going to show this to you on the table, and then we're going to take it out for a nice scale cruise. This is not something you want to beat up. This is a really nice little vehicle, and let's take a look at it on the table right now. Such a neat little guy right here. I've already popped the top so you guys can see up underneath there. It's got like a little light or something right there. Pretty much your control board, steering servo, uses micro servos. You can see some of the storage area right here. Check that out. I mean, you got like I guess your shifter or something like that, where this thing has a 2-speed transmission in it. Figure that out. So the door handles, and we got the specs and all right there. We'll look at all that in just a second, but the doors open. All 4 of them open up. When you turn it, well, when I power it up, you'll see the steering wheel actually turn. So all that is connected. The seats actually have like I don't know if it's a microfiber or what, but that actually is a fabric covered seat. The thing is really, really neat. I'm not exactly sure what those are for. Maybe leftover from the mold. No, they're supposed to be there. But anyway, the doors close. The little door handles move. Check that out. That's a little locking mechanism. That is really neat right there, guys. I'll look at the back of it right here. Now, what makes this so neat is that when you are driving, when the motor's turning, it actually is turning that little fan right there. So that is a working belt right there. So that is really neat. Got little bitty portals on the back, and the front is actually completely straight like a normal CVD. The components are not meant for abuse, so it's just not meant to be jumped or, you know, really got crazy with it. But it's really, really a neat little vehicle, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's got open diffs on it. You can see it right there, front and back. Now, the front is pretty tight, almost like it may have a sealed diff or some kind of a posi or something in it, like a limited slip. Such a neat little vehicle. I wonder if, looks like you can actually take the wheel off the hub with like the screws right there, which they are Phillips head, but it looks like you can actually take them loose like that. Not that I'm going to, but really, really neat little vehicle here. Okay, let's go and look at some of the specs over here, because this thing right here is just kind of cute, neat. 4-wheel independent suspension, rear portals, planetary gear differentials. That might be why they feel a little bit on the tight side. Miracle 4-cylinder, 130 motor in the cylinder, so it's got a little 130 brush motor. Cooling fan driven by belt. Yeah, I'll get this thing powered up. 4-channel switch between 4-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive mode. So it's got the 2-wheel drive, retractable windscreen. Yeah, I forgot to show you guys that. You can actually flip this down. The little mirrors adjust. all that. So you got that as well. Let's see, spacious luggage compartment. Openable hatch, engine hatch, light functions. Yeah, you guys are gonna love the lights, the way they work on this thing. Little square tires, realistic tires, front rear metal bumpers. Oh, that's those little guys right there. All right. Perfect for 1/12 figures. Full metal gears, metal drive shaft, World War II, gray scheme. Yeah, it looks really, really neat. So, you know what? Let's go and get this little guy powered up and just see what it's got, because it's really, really cool. I want to mention it has a nice carrying case to it. There is the instruction manual on it, and you can get parts for this thing too. Comes with a few tools, the good old 4-way, absolutely. So got that. The transmitter is actually pretty neat. This button right here does a few different things for it, so pretty darn awesome. I mean, when I pack this thing up to go to the USTE, of course it's going to be in this case right here. So let's go ahead and show you guys the battery. Had that on charge. Little bitty 380 milliamp 2S LiPo. So it's definitely got a legit LiPo in this thing. So that's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get all this plugged up. The battery charges through, or that gives you power. It actually charges through the balance port, the charger that comes with it. So yes, it does come with a charger. So we're going to get this hooked up, get this thing powered up. It's really, really neat. With the radio on, the way you power it up is that little guy right there. This is kind of like a start button. It's kind of weird. There's no sounds to it. But at that point, everything should be on. So we're going to go ahead and get into a little bit of a table drive here. Let's see. All right, I'll go ahead and show you the steering real quick. See that? Told you it moved. Now, okay, let me set up for a little bit more driving here. Let's look at the driving modes. You got 4-wheel drive right there. If you push this button right here with your thumb and hold it, listen to it. See that? 2-wheel drive. How awesome is that? Then you got this one right here. That's your neutral. Now you're in high gear. So we're going to hold this one back in again. 4-wheel drive, high speed. So that is awesome. Now we're going to get into the lights. Now the same button we use for the 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive right there, channel 4 button. If you push it just quick, you get your headlights. Also the rear lights will be on. I'll show you those. Look at this, you push it again. You get high beams. Now watch this. You get the little light right there on the hood. So that's pretty darn awesome. Now we're going to turn it around and we can take a look at the tail lights. With all the lights off, got your blinkers that way, got blinkers that way. Turn the lights on, that's just your headlights, and there's all your lights together. So still got your blinkers. So that is really awesome. Oh, look at that, complete hazard lights. If this thing is on the trail, I will be using the hazard lights for sure. That is awesome. What I need now is a 1/12 figure that I can put in here and actually put his hands on the steering wheel, so he'll actually be turning. That is awesome. It's time to crawl some modern day tools. You know, kind of like when you're driving or building a Kamaya, it's just a little bit different. Well, this has that same feel to it. Now, we're going to take this thing outside for a very gentle drive just to see what it's got. So this is a neat vehicle on a different level than what I typically run. Obviously, you're not going to jump the thing. You're not going to bash with it. It's something like a drivable model. So it's not like, you know, other vehicles like I have, which are pretty much bashers, crawlers, you know, jumpers, all that stuff. This is more of a modeler's kind of a thing. And you can take this and probably weather it, do all that stuff, because it's not a Lexan. It's like a, kind of like what the Hinglong tanks are, you know, so it's really, really neat. I'm glad I picked it up. So this right here is pretty much just going to go on the shelf, and I'll take it over to the USTE. Now, I will find some links for this at Amazon. I'll see if I can find it on eBay. But yeah, this little guy right here is pretty darn neat. So if you're into modeling and if you're into that era, this might be something to think about. Anyway, guys, check that description. I will put links. They are affiliate links when I can find them, and they help out the channel when you guys use them. So guys, check that description. Use those links. Give it a big thumbs up, and thank you all for watching. Hey guys, if you're still watching and you're hearing this message, you are absolutely awesome. I want to tell you guys, you are the cream of the crop. Also, if you're listening this far, well, you know, if you want to help directly support Exocaged RC, got the channel memberships, $2, $5, $10, and $25. You get early viewing, and sometimes I get to put up a little extra footage for you guys. So guys, check that description, and thank you so much.